All right then.
Looks like you could use some help from the big boss of hell himself. Check out Daddy's glowing reviews on Yelp. 5 stars! Flawless! Really great! With the punch of a pentagram. A whack, bam, boom, I like Kazam. Usually I charge a sacrificial lamb, but you get the family rate. Thanks, Dad! Who needs a busboy now that you've got the chef? Michelin tasting menu free, a la carte. I'll rig the game for you because I'm the ref. Champagne fountains, caviar mountains, that's just a start.
Who's been here since day one? Who's been faithful as a nun? Makes you chuckle with an old-timey pun. Your executive producer.
That's true.
I'm your guy, your day-to-day, your chum, your steadfast hotelier. Remember when I fixed that corn today?
I was stoked to meet you, sir. Oh, you.
I'm truly honored that we built such a bond.
Aw.
You're like the child that I wish that I had.
What?
I care for you just like a daughter I spawned.
Hold on now.
It's a little funny. You could almost call me Dad.
Evenings, freedoms, electro swing enthusiasts. That song hardly needs any introduction from me. Hell's Greatest Dad from Hazbin Hotel, made by Vivian Madrano, aka Vivsy Pop. When I binge-watched Hazbin last year, this song just came out of nowhere, leaving nothing but my blown mind in its wake. I was practically dancing along with the beat of it in my studio in just absolute bliss. Ed must have listened to this several hundred times by now, along with its various covers and remixes. Now, I have had this asked about me with some degree of regularity. Is there any relation between my title and Alistair, a resident of the Hazbin Hotel? Well, no. That's just the name of the program the Ministry of Truth came up with for my war correspondence. But outside of character for a moment, whereas Alistair would want to watch people try hard at something only to tumble down into the pit of failure, I want to inspire others with messages of hope and victory so that they may strive and reach even greater heights of victory that they never thought that they could. That's really about as far as the metaphor goes. Sorry guys, you won't see me doing a crossover where I face off against the eponymous radio demon anytime soon. Most notably because I am not going to mess with Big Daddy Super Amazon's cash flow or Miss Madrano's creative flow. But I think we all know that if we did have to throw down, I would most definitely win. Demonic powers are impressive, but one toss from a real cannon strike and I am pretty sure the radio demon would be down for the count. Much less any of my other, much more destructive means of problem solving. I don't think it'd come to that though. I think we'd both just chill out, sip a cup of Liberty, enjoy some snacks, and listen to some legitimate old-time music. Yes, fan artists, you can go ahead and draw that if you wish. I'll even put it up on the show if you want. So, I do believe that Hell's Greatest Dad is a fine capstone to our Electro Swing Week, though I might still plug the occasional song from the genre if it is especially attention-grabbing. You know me, dear listeners, I always want to show my audience all the cool stuff I can find from the internet. At any rate, let's get into community news for tonight. First on the docket for tonight is that the director of the East Meridian Transit Company, Moxie M., decided not to fine me for the rental of the hospital ships tending to Ilduda. However, he didn't particularly enjoy the increased taxation rate from the Bank of Prosperity and launched economic countermeasures. If you're thinking, oh no, that can't be good, congratulations, you win a cookie. Really, go get one. FTL jump to the convenience store planet if you must. After tallying the fine for unauthorized parking, total fines for each spacecraft, environmental impact fees, late fees, failure to pay penalties, and a dozen odd-sum fines and penalties, the Bank of Prosperity got the mother of Maynard's democracy slapped out of it for a total of 3 million super credits. And if they don't pony up, they won't be able to access EMTC space anymore. And after that, Moxie starts getting creative. I sure hope you guys never do anything like that to me. a bookkeeping error within the Merc Divers PMC, the company was actually in danger of going bankrupt. So, payouts were slashed by an order of magnitude across the board. Which, yes, does include my own bounties. It's my own fault I waited too long before turning in my proofs of completion. And what would have been a 21,000 super credit payout turned into a 2,500 one. Ow, medic, please, it hurts. The pain, it's right in my pocketbook. I jest, of course. But that's still way better than the Ministry of Truth ever paid me. Heck, I brought in more super credits breaking open lockers and opening friendship bunkers planetside compared to when I used to work for Super Space Pravda. This just means I'll need to conduct a teensy bit more violence in order to afford more garlic-infused Super Moo cheese bricks. They're keto-friendly, gluten-free, and they taste great. It's also come to my attention that Dr. Z has had more than a few visitors come to see him today at the STF Spartan Prison Complex. Sounds like he's quite a popular guy. I can't really see the appeal, but these people are entitled to visitation rights under Super Earth's Code of Military Justice. Speaking of which, hey, Sentinel Defense Force, I've got a bone to pick with you. I got word today that Dr. Z looks like he's dying in his cell. You guys do remember how I said that he can't regulate his body temperature? Can we please lower the temperature in his cell so that he's not miserable all the darn time? You don't even have to look at it like treating the evil psychopath nicely just to make Pondera happy. Think of it like, I would really rather not miss this guy off and give him another reason to break out of prison. Make sense? Turn up the super air conditioning already. In far more positive news, our brother station, Galactic Frontline News, has made a dramatic comeback complete with a rockin' new intro. I mean, part of me wants an intro like that, but then I'd lose out on the time that I normally use to promote new music. GFN focuses on major order updates, galactic war movements, scandals, galactic crime, and a particularly amusing segment called Disgraceful Conduct, revolving around epic Helldiver fails. Which is why I am especially glad my flub with the shield generator dome and the 500 kg bomb wasn't recorded. They must never know. Miss Skylar, don't you dare say a word. GFN is a great friend of the show, especially since my character art was done by their primary administrator, Goman, who frequents the Low Sodium Helldivers Discord. Said art should be on screen now. Links to his channel are also in the description below, so drop by and say hi. Tell him that Pond says hello and that he should give Walter a digital cookie. Just have him click where it says, accept all cookies and you should be good. In other news from the Galactic Sphere, the Major Order is, effectively, finished, barring any further major invasions of Fenrir 3, which was resecured rather easily today with the aid of the 104th Wolf Divers and the Democracy Space Station. With Ecostorm unleashed, Buggy never stood a chance. I participated in the defensive Fenrir myself this morning when I came across John Helldiver himself. Yes, indeedy, the two of us made a fantastic team, and he's actually quite a good driver as well as a skilled fighter, getting us from objective to objective rather speedily. So there we were, at the end of the mission. The extraction point was overwhelmed by Terminids. The rest of our team was down. John was mired in mortal combat with the bugs, a stim in his neck, his hands around a hunter's neck, and the Pelican was landing. 20 seconds were ticking down, and I scampered in, grabbed the sample container, and leapt in just as the pilot was pleading for us to get on board before the Terminids ripped his Pelican apart like a pop can. Unfortunately, John didn't make it inside. But knowing him, he's probably still wandering Fenrir 3 looking for something else to murder. The odds are good that he'll hook up with another diver operation and hitch a ride back on their Pelican, so he'll probably be okay. I would have helped him more if I could, but I was so body blocked that I could not have gotten out of the Pelican if I wanted to. They were swarming that badly. Like, seriously, people, I was shoving a hunter's back off of the Pelican's loading ramp with a broom. As an aside, Gakrux reached its sample quota as well, ticking all 3 required boxes on the major order objectives. Okay, High Command, that's done. What's next? However, the good news dramatically ends there, as the Illuminate are still running wild in the southern frontiers. Rasp was knocked over easily today, and the raiding fleet has since moved on to Baldric Prime, where some 11,000 Helldivers are desperately trying to save as many people as they can, but the battle is proceeding poorly. It doesn't look likely that our boys in the black and gold will win this fight either. Unfortunate. Rounding out news for the night with a positive note, the Sentinel Defense Force passed company size, which equates to roughly 100 members. They are truly a rising star in the Liberation Fleet, and when you factor in that each Helldiver is an army of 1, that's 100 armies. I can already hear the bad guys running for the hills. So that's been Liberty's Latest with me, Pongera the Radio Angel. You win some and you lose some, but considering that this major order is likely all that stood between us and finally getting some protective measures that will allow expeditions into the gloom, we are really racking up victories that matter. So don't lose heart just because the enemies of democracy get in a few cheap shots. One way or another, those mucky fluffers will get theirs. For liberty, for freedom, for democracy, and for Super Earth.